G Mussy.
G Meow.
G Mussy. What is Go Nussy?
G Bitcoin.
Well, I
That's
have
it.
some news.
Talk to me.
I got invited for a bike group ride the other day, and I have like a
I was
pedal bike.
expecting Bitcoin.
Yeah, I have a pedal bike, and the fucking thing that we went up was like just straight uphill. But when I got there, they all had e-bikes, so they just fucking assisted pedal the whole way up, and I'm over there having a fucking heart attack.
That's fucking hilarious. I did not do any biking or pedaling, but Little Cozy had a soccer tournament this weekend in which they
nice.
won, the reigning undefeated league champions.
There we go. Champions adjust.
Is he
Champions
good?
adjust. He scored a few goals this year. This is his first
nice.
year. I'd say he started caring to play. You know, like the other years he was on the team, it was like he just wanted to kind of do something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget the first year that he played. When he was out there, he was like, when the ball would come towards him, it would seem like he would stutter kind of and wait so it would get past him, or he wouldn't be too close to where the action was.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one time when they were like tied, and he was the one that had to keep kind of pushing it up towards the goal, kept getting the other team kept knocking it out. And when he came to the side to throw it in, I was like, hey, you gotta really want it. You gotta go after the ball. If the ball comes to you, don't be scared of the ball. He's like, Dad, I don't want the ball. Okay. I don't want it at all. I was like, okay, then. All right. Well, we got that one sorted out. He just does not want to play. And then, so I thought that was going to be it. Like, I'm like, all right, he did this once. It's not for him. He doesn't like it. He's probably too young to like be getting balls kicked at his face. And I'll just put him in camps or something. And then he wanted to do it again the next season. And he you could tell he was more engaged. But this year he actually was like, he thought he was a real soccer player.
Fuck yeah. Well, the U.S. is hosting the World Cup, so I'm wondering if the U.S. is doing like a long term switch over to playing soccer instead of like fucking WNBA or something. Like you got to seed in the kids like for the next 10, 15 years.
Are you saying like what you would try to make the premier like women's sport?
No, just sport in general. Like right now, they're trying to push WNBA and like this rivalry between these two chicks, and like, okay, nobody cares. Okay, you guys are high school arenas, all right? It's not even an arena, high school gyms, all right?
When it's more to do with like lower body strength, women can come closer to men, like in climbing, for example. They can do times they're almost as fast as the best men.
Oh, for
also
sure.
because they weigh less, yeah.
Senior Nunez said just in Miami they have two 45,000 seat stadiums for football.
Yeah, but fucking half of Florida is fucking Brazilians, dude. Seriously,
Brazilians and Cubans.
They're Cubans, yeah.
Yeah, Cubans in Miami and Brazil.
So they're building a new one, 60K next to the international airport. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. I'll have to look into what they're building out by me. They recently just passed, some, I don't know what the fuck you call it, but something
we were
passed.
Talking about some deal, right? Some real estate deal, right? To build a new stadium.
They got the zoning rights, yeah, to build a new stadium and I don't get it at all. It's like whoever. I'd love to read the full plan and like who like thought this out, because the city they chose to build in is such a shithole. Like, and most people don't realize this because I don't think they look at like they haven't seen the contrast if you have multiple sports teams in your city for the same sport and they're able to have, like a north side and a south side or east side and west side or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you can see what it looks like when you have one that's in like the shitty area and one in the nice area. And dude, right now they have the city that I'm in. They have one in the city, the stadium. It's right on the fucking water. It's one of the coolest stadiums like that I think exists, and they're gonna get rid of it, and they're gonna build in this like shithole suburb city of the major city that nobody fucking goes to for anything. Like the only benefit it has to being there is that it's 10 minutes closer to the airport.
Yeah, I mean,
you're 20 minutes from
right?
the airport anyway. You know what I mean? Like you're not even far from the fucking airport. So I read some of it, like in the regular newspaper, and you know they talked about how they're going to build up a bunch around the area. They're trying to make the downtown more livelier, but it's not even a fucking city. It's not like some shithole forgotten city. It's some shithole city suburb. You know, like the suburbs that are technically cities because they have enough people that live there, but they're not cities. Like
no, it's like the SoFi one. Like it's like a $2 billion stadium in Inglewood, and you're like, yeah, sure, it's fucking LA, but it's still Inglewood. It's still like the hood compared to like Staples Center, downtown LA.
Oh, dude, it's like in Chicago. You go to the Cubs game, you're in fucking Lincoln Park. You know, you're in the north side. You go to the Sox stadium, you're in the fucking ghetto.
Yeah. No, so I mean, FIFA and fucking soccer is doing. They're doing the World Cup in the States, and it's gonna be. I think they're gonna play a long-term plan, like 5, 10.
Oh yeah, that's years. Right. The next World Cup is in USA.
Yeah,
they're like different states or something, right?
Yeah, all on the East Coast. So maybe not on the East Coast. Maybe it was the Olympics was LA. I think Olympics is LA, and World Cup was going to be on the different states. I thought it was all East Coast though.
That'll be exciting.
So they're playing the long-term game, dude. And they did last year. They did the Brazilian Championship in Vegas. They did some other stuff in Vegas too. They're trying, but then it ends up being all fucking Brazilians that just show up. It's not even fucking Americans.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
The same happened in a city in Miami called Doral. It used to be the trash zone of Miami-Dade, and now it's a huge high-end modern city thanks for the golf's camps and new developments. Yeah, see, how close is it? You know, like my thing is with this specific one I'm talking about, it is like it's like an industrial. You know, it survives off of fucking like warehouses, and it's like one of those type of like scummy. City suburbs where sure there's a lot of apartments there that make a population, but like I just don't see why anyone who is from the area would ever go there instead of going downtown. Like, you know, it's like there's no other features to it. You know, it's like it's landlocked. It's not on the water like the city is. The only benefit to it is maybe like more centralized parking. Because the way the stadium is now, there are lots like that span across probably, I don't know, a half mile from the actual stadium. Yeah, probably in the States in general.
I think they're playing this like real estate deal. Okay, you build a fucking $1 or $2 billion stadium, but the whole area around it, it's probably fucking some shady Nevada or Wyoming LLCs buying up all the fucking land and units around there. They bring some fucking stadium, and then they 100x on these fucking apartments and shit, kick all the poor people out, build fucking high rises and golf courses, and 100x their money.
Oh, dude, my father-in-law. Like he was looking at any
deal flow of that.
He was thinking about buying some condos to rent out over there because they have a few that they do that with in areas like that, and they didn't because it's such a fucking shithole, and then they announced the deal and all the property like 3x immediately.
Wow, you got any condo alpha?
Yeah, if you have any condo deal flow, sign me the fuck up. I need some.
No, dude. Here's the alpha. Unless you're gonna buy a multiple, like it's fucking such a terrible investment to buy those to rent out.
My buddy's doing data centers.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. New developments attract new developments, and that's what they're hoping for. The issue, I understand that in like a lot of places, or even like if it were downtown, right? Let's say it's in the city. And they're going to gentrify some area and fucking, rebuild it and make it some really nice part of the city. That makes sense because you have flow, right? You have traffic flow from people walking, from people driving. You already have the natural like traffic of people coming through that you can attract to that area. When you take it and you do it to some shithole suburb that's not even close to this, that's close enough to the city to make the argument that like or it's close enough to the airport to make the argument that like, well, it's just as close to the airport for incoming players, but it's not in the city anymore. It's in some fucking, shithole warehouse suburb.
They're doing this now in Rio. Rio has, fuck, dude. We have Maracanã, which is 80K people. We have Nilton Santos, which is fucking 80K people. And then they're building a new Flamengo stadium in like not the hood, but not a fucking place you would want to be. And I guess bringing it more into the south zone, into the richer zone, like closer to the richer zone, but it's still like a shady area at night. And I think it's going to be like 80, 90,000 people, something fucking insane. And like, at least it's a decent location by the water and they're not putting it like in the suburb, but they're doing these fucking real estate deals, dude. They're just real estate companies at this point. Portfolio fucking management companies, not even a soccer team company. Look at the Raiders. They moved to Vegas. You're like, why would you leave Oakland to fucking move to Vegas? And then you had the A's left, right? The A's went to Sacramento or something, and then they're going to Vegas. And then San Francisco Warriors, well, the Golden State Warriors moved back into San Francisco outside of Oakland. So now Oakland's dead. Why would you ever cross the bridge?
I feel like that goes too far, right? Like, you shouldn't be trading organizations to new cities. Like they're staples of the city. It's what people grow up. Like when you, I feel like sports in America is so ingrained in the culture that people become very tribalistic about the city sport or the sports team for the city that they grow up in. So then to take that and just like sell it to some other state is the craziest thing, like the craziest concept to me.
Well, they did this.
I mean, it's already built. If you want to build big, they have to buy and develop and underdevelop. You ain't building a Topgolf in NYC. Yeah, totally. You could build it right next to it. But that is my point. This city suburb isn't right next to it. Like I would understand it if it were like, there are a few of them where, like, depending on how far you look back on a map or on, a directory or something, it's classified as the city. Like it'll be called the city name. Let's use like Cleveland, for instance. There's a ton of fucking little towns and cities that are right outside of Cleveland that technically are still Cleveland. If they did that to any of those, and some of them aren't very nice, right? Some of them are total shitholes. If they would have done it there, it totally makes sense. And like everything you're saying, it would fall right into place of why they did it. But this one, it's like, it's not even close to the city. Like I was saying, the only argument
like they can make. Subway? Is there a train? Is there accessibility, or it's all driving?
Yes. No, that's my point. The only argument they can make for it is that yes, they have more room to develop than where they already had. Because they've already had this stadium in the place in the city for fucking, decades. And that it's just as close for players coming in and out of the airport. But none of the rest of it makes any fucking sense because it's not one of these, just shithole cities that are adjacent to the city that they're in.
Yeah.
It's out in the suburbs. It's in the middle of it's. For the stadium that's in the city, it's now in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, like the Warriors, I know, was the Philadelphia Warriors in the 40s to 60s, and then became the San Francisco Warriors, and then the Golden State Warriors. So, they moved Philadelphia, San Francisco, Oakland, back in now San Francisco. And that area is a little weird in the city in San Francisco, but they're trying to build it up. They have the Warriors, the Chase Center, and they have the AT&T Park there, but it's like a weird fucking industrial area on the outskirts of fucking town. But they are moving or used to move.
A good example would be the Grizzlies. If you were to go Memphis, right? Let's say you are a Cubs fan, right? And or Cubs or Bears or Bulls or whatever. Let's say you're a fan of them. All of those are pretty central to Chicago. Even where like the Blackhawks and the Bulls used to play, It was in Rosemont, but it was still technically like Chicago. It's like these things in Cleveland I'm talking about. Like if they moved the Bulls to fucking Tinley Park, you would go to Chicago. Like if you were from out of state and you want to see the Bulls play your favorite team, you'd still go to Chicago and maybe you'd stay at a hotel in Tinley Park. But after you go to the game in Tinley Park, you're not fucking hanging out there. You're not doing anything there. You're going to the city. You're driving 30 minutes to go to the city. And that's why it doesn't make any sense to me. Like there is this idea that they have that like, it's going to drive a ton of business. We're going to create all this new shit, but location still fucking matters. Like,
I think sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Seriously. Like,
for sure.
Like sometimes it fucking works and then sometimes it doesn't. Like SoFi Stadium in LA, like, oh, they have fucking Beyonce. They have the
it's like a trade. It's like a gamble.
Yeah, they have a bunch of fucking shit. And then if it doesn't work out, like, I don't know, like Vancouver Grizzlies, they moved the Vancouver Grizzlies to Memphis in 2001, 6 years after they created the fucking whole NBA team. They moved out of the fucking country. So like, well, that didn't fucking work. Like, so yeah,
that is the type of shit that like doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, why sell a whole organization to another? I mean, obviously, I know you don't have to answer it. Like, I know it's a rhetorical question, but like, I don't know why we've allowed capitalism to go that far to where we're like, okay, we're going to sell whole organizations that are like rooted in the state's culture to some other country. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. We're moving.
All right, last thing on sports that I have to find out about, and then we'll talk about crypto. Pickleball. What the fuck is going on with pickleball? Why is this shit?
I don't know,
dude. It's starting to piss me off. All right, I used to not care, but I've gotten to the age where like things that other people do start to aggravate me, and not people playing pickleball. Because the location matter, the Saudis wouldn't be spending billions acquiring the biggest boxing events and the most famous football players in the world to a desert in the middle of the Gulf.
Yeah, but then people like Messi don't fucking go there. They went to fucking Miami, and now he gets a deal for MLS, right?
I mean,
I would say location does still matter. Like
they turned the location into a desirable location, like. They turned the middle of the desert into a location people want to go to.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if they hadn't done anything and they were just there in Dubai, pre-building out this majestic city and weather, temperature, humidity controlled environments for their players, nobody would fucking go there. But the other end of it is why can't they attract all the best talent, right? Like they can't because even though like they're creating this environment, like location still matters. Like paddle pissed me off hard and they play the World Cup here in Miami. Yeah. Dude. Okay. So this pickleball thing, I wouldn't care at all, but it's starting to replace basketball courts. Like I'm seeing at gyms and outdoor parks and stuff, I'll see like construction going on. I'm like, cool. They're updating everything here. It's about time. And then they'll go from like 3 basketball courts to like 1 half court and 3 pickleball courts. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's a thing. Like,
is it because of India or
in Austin, Texas, they're like, oh, we have fucking pickleball, and you're like, what? Like,
why do I want to play low skill tennis?
Yeah, it's like wiffle ball. Like, who plays wiffle ball?
It's tennis for people that don't play sports,
which is like fine.
Yeah. I'm not. I have no problem with it existing and there being, courts for them. But when you're replacing the basketball courts with them, it makes me think there's something going on.
Yeah, they're fucking taking over, dude. Here, there's no. You know what's funny is in Argentina, paddle is like a fucking thing. Paddle is like a. I don't know. Everybody plays paddle or everybody plays tennis, right? Like it's very affordable. And then
just rich people. Senior
no. Oh yeah.
Tennis is just for rich. It's just rich people. Fat people do play, yeah, but it's just it's just rich sport. It's like
tennis,
it's like playing golf.
Yeah, but not in Argentina. Everybody fucking plays tennis in Argentina. But then in Brazil, it's like only rich people play tennis. Like even where I live, there's a few clubs to play. To get an entry into the club is like $100,000. You're like, what? Like That's solely unaccessible to anybody.
Golf and tennis in the U.S.
What
Dude,
about
there's some
badminton?
subdivisions that it's $100,000 a year HOA fee, essentially because you need a membership to the course that you live on.
Yep.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's basically what it is here. It's like
What about
100K.
badminton? Isn't that supposed to be tennis for rich people? Badminton?
Which one? No,
Badminton.
badminton is fucking tennis for Chinese people. But they love squash. Like in Hong Kong, they love squash because you can play it indoors. They love fucking badminton. They love all that shit. But like in the States, it's just fucking pickleball getting picked up. I don't get it. I still don't get it.
All right, so we don't know. We need to uncover this mystery on
Because I
why.
never played.
Like what? Why is it a fad? Not only why is it a fad, why is it taking over basketball?
I mean, it's like really popular in India, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Here
well,
we
that doesn't
play beach
explain why out here in the middle of the fucking farmland suburbs.
They managed to convince everyone that it's good.
I thought it was like yuppie, Zoomers who just wanted to drink alcohol while they play sports. So the Trump Club in the Doral here in Miami, the annual fee is $25K with a full golf camp, tennis court, gym, hop on chicks, etc. Dude, $25K is a hot deal for annual fee. This where I lived when I lived in a suburb of Chicago, there was a development that was part of one of the school districts right next to mine that it was like close to $100,000 a year for their HOA.
No, here it's not that bad. It's $100K here to get entry, and then I think it's like $5K a year. It's not that bad because once you own the title, you can sell the title, so it becomes like an asset.
That's dope. Yeah, I remember that I knew about this, or I came up because there was a change in like district lines, and their city was a much nicer, more developed city than the one I lived in. So the parents that lived in that neighborhood whose kids were now going to go to our school were like very up in arms about their kids not going to the brand new school that was getting made and instead going to the ghetto high school.
They should be so lucky.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, I mean, they're exposing you to cultures that you would have never experienced had you not come here.
Dude, Bitcoin's going for it, dude. It's fucking trying. It's really, really trying right now.
I love the chart over the past few days.
Bro, yeah.
It's trying. 104.7,
right now.
104.8. There's a $60-$70 spot premium right now, Coinbase premium. So somebody's accumulating.
I love how it's still this volatile even at this price. It warms my heart.
I love how we just fucked everybody last night, on a Sunday, and then now we're just absolutely
always, dude. I don't do anything on Sunday anymore.
People were worried it's gonna be like not as volatile when it's like reaches this price, but look at us.
Look at us. We're so bad. I got a few more minutes, and I got to finish the newsletter for Mr. Weka, and then I got a fucking solid day, dude. What about beach tennis? You guys ever play beach tennis?
Like, is that?
It's basically badminton with a tennis ball on the sand.
Okay.
What's the game where they bat it against the wall? What's that called?
Handball.
Squash?
Yeah, squash. It's popular in Asia. Like the food squash.
All right. Now that we're homies, let's talk about Cayenne. Ask away. We're gonna. I think I got to check with Boss Lady, but we're supposed to be organizing our groups this week to get beta testing started out.
Let's fucking go.
So if you do trade options, or if you are actually like interested in using the platform, shoot me a DM just with like your Telegram handle, and I will drop you in a group chat this week.
Yeah, let us know. Almost ready.
And then on this week, we got the The boys are back in town. Ace recovery stream. Ace and Professor
Hell yeah.
Satoshi on Wednesday. And then after that, we have Chris from Cumberland Labs.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. Ooh, let me see if this actually connects now. Maybe I'll get to play around a bit.
What do you got?
Alpha leaks.
Little alpha leaks.
Mm.
Let's see. Really now? Okay, all right. Oh yeah, we're in business. All right, so hold on.
What we got here?
Dude, I'm watching this.
All right, here we go. I just saw numbers update. Is it oh, maybe not. Like, is it actually working now? They might have plugged some stuff in. I think they updated it, yeah, because before it was showing like 60Ks or some shit. Forgive the ultra wideness of this. I have a very wide curved screen, so.
Can you buy something?
Looking great, looking sleek. I'm so ready. I gotta run. I gotta fucking finish the newsletter before Weka screams at me.
Good luck.
Finish it! Well, good thing that fucking prices are back, so now I can write positively, not negatively.
Does the sidebar work, Cozy? Can you click on that?
Yeah, all these drawers and tabs work. Oh, they don't like work, but yeah, they open up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no options. There's nothing in the order book.
Soon. Yeah, I just wanted to see the shopping cart.
Yeah, that works. I like this drawer down here. That's probably my favorite one.
Smooth. Almost ready.
Few days. Little history action.
Did we talk about
Yeah, this is actually working now. Nice.
Did we talk about Arbitrum? What was it with Robinhood?
Which part about it? Talk to me.
That they're like, I forgot, like, are they listing something on Arbitrum? I forgot what it was.
Is who? It's very vague.
Robinhood. Robinhood.
Are they listing something on Arbitrum?
They're gonna, tokenize the securities or something like that. Let me find it.
Is it through the platform Securitize?
I'm not sure. There's some tweet about it.
I saw that they were exploring it. If you find the article where it says they are, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit ago they're exploring possibilities of tokenizing US securities for trading in Europe with Arbitrum and Solana as like potential options for them to do it with.
Because the token caught a little bit of a bid recently. I was wondering if it has something to do with that. It's kind of back down now, though. So I don't know.
Let's see.
I just remember that because ARP's gonna be on Cayenne.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I know that the last big thing I saw was yeah, they're planning a blockchain. So maybe they're using an L3, like an Arbitrum L3.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing I read was a couple weeks ago was that Arbitrum and Solana are both are kind of the ones that are being eyed.
And Arbitrum, like the account posted a few bullish tweets.
Yeah, I mean they already have they've been working on a relationship with Robinhood for some time. Like they have the Robinhood wallet integration.
Yeah.
There's one other thing they did. Yeah, they've been doing something with Robinhood for a little bit. So I know we talked with them about what that looked like, Arbitrum apps in Robinhood, in the Robinhood wallet, back when that came up in February of last year, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Senor Nunez, any questions after seeing the UI? Besides when lunch? No. All right. Well, in that case, we'll wrap it up for today. I will.
Thank you, guys.
See you back on Wednesday. Nunez, I will grab your info from you from DM, and then I'm thinking. I don't know. Probably regardless of whether they're actually ready for testing to start this week or not, I'm going to put everyone in the groups this week. And then because by latest, we're going to start early next week. We are really like at that finish line. So we'll get you in there, get you set up. If there's anyone that you talk to that's interested in testing out early features, giving UI, UX feedback and stuff like that, tell them the same. Just shoot me a DM and we'll get them squared away.
Options traders, perp traders, anyone who wants to try.
Yep. All right, boys. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you back in a couple days.